Hello everyone and welcome to this Q&A with Mark, the promoter for Friends of Black Prince. Black Prince is a 9F British steam locomotive, which you can see in the pictures behind you. Hello Mark.
Hi Jamie, thank you for having us here at Rail Fan Fest.
That's
I'm
okay.
really looking forward to the Q&A this evening.
Good, so am I. Right, so first question. How old is 9203 Black Prince?
Well, uh, 92203 was built in 1959 at Swindon Works, and it will be celebrating its 62-year birthday on the 6th of April this year.
Wow,
So 61 at the moment, but 62 in April.
fantastic. Very quite young for a steam locomotive, actually.
It is one of the youngest steam locomotives out there. Apart from some of the new build projects, this is one of the youngest. There's only a handful of engines that would have been younger, and there's probably only one or two which are still in existence today. One being 92250 Evening Star.
Wow, that's fantastic. Um, how much did it cost when she was built?
So 92203 cost about £38,000 back in
Wow.
1959.
Hmm.
Um, she was when BR got to make the standard class locos from 7Fs, 9Fs, they sort of really had it down to a T. So the costs came down, and they done it for about £38,000.
Oh wow, that's quite considering how much like new builds etc. now costs. It's
Oh
quite it's quite
yes,
cheap.
yeah. If you think something like Tornado or Flying Scotsman is well into millions and millions.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, they done it on. They were very competitively priced.
Yes. Yeah.
Be a good way of putting it.
Yeah. Yeah. So when did 9203 retire from British Rail service?
It pulled its last BR train in November '67, and it was working out of Shotton, um, doing what it done and what it was built for, which was pulling iron ore trains, so heavy
Wow.
1,000, 2,000 ton trains, and it was working. That was its working of its last train.
Wow, fantastic. That's amazing. Because I know she holds a record, doesn't she, in the UK?
Yes, yeah, yeah. I can't remember the year, but she pulled a 2,000 ton uh, heavy train in one of the collieries down in the southwest, and
Wow.
that was done in preservation. So she holds the record of hauling the heaviest train in preservation.
That's fantastic. Wow. So how did David Shepherd go about owning an INF?
So obviously, when 92203 was retired in '67,
Mm.
um, she was set to the cutter's torch, and
Yeah. Yeah.
David Shepherd, who's a famous wildlife artist and conservationist, went to BR and said, "I want to buy a steam engine." And BR said, "Well, we've got several that you can choose from," and there was three 9Fs up for grab. 92203 being one of them,
Yeah.
another one which I don't know the number of, and the other one which was 92250 Evening Star.
Oh.
Um, However, Evening Star was not in the best of conditions. It needed an overhaul, whereas 92203 had just come out of a BR overhaul. If you think it had only been in operation for 8 years, and they used to overhaul them between 8 and 10 years on
Mm.
their
Mm.
boiler
Mm.
ticket.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 92203 was fresh out of the box of an overhaul. So he paid £3,000 to BR and bought the locomotive, and then that's where it got the name Black Prince.
Ah.
And David Shepherd took it to Longmoor Military Railway, where she was kept with his other locomotive that he bought, which was a BR Standard Class 4, 460, which he
Yeah.
called Green Knight.
Ah, yes, I think it's at the Northamptonshire Moors now, isn't it?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Green Knight is under overhaul. I think her number is 75029 from memory.
yeah. I think it is. Yeah. And one other question is, what is the tractive effort of a BR standard Class 9F?
So obviously they were built for freight, so
Yeah.
they needed a very good traction effort for hauling heavy trains. So the smaller wheels, more wheels,
Mm.
gave them that good tractive effort, which was just shy of 40,000 pounds foot of torque. So that's a
Wow.
lot of tractive effort going through those 10 driving wheels. It
Yeah.
has two 20-inch cylinders, so which are the same size cylinders that you'll find on a Britannia Class 7.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, same size cylinders, but obviously Britannia's got bigger wheels, which means it can go faster, whereas
Mm,
a
of course. Yeah.
9F has got the smaller driving wheels, which is good for hauling heavier trains.
Oh, that's amazing. So we've got a little feature now, which is a film called Firebox, isn't it? As well.
Yes, we wanted to uh, make a promotional video for Friends of Black Prince, and one of the founding members, a chap called Owen Bushell, who's quite handy with the camera, and his friend Hamish Napier, who put the sound together to this video. We spent over a course of 3 different days filming all the various different shots
Oh, wow.
on the North Norfolk Railway. So I hope you will enjoy this video. You might see some familiar faces on there because I do feature on it,
Yeah.
as do some of my friends.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's a really really nice video, well put together, and it will show you everything from uh, lighting up to being out on the road. So sit back and enjoy.
Yeah. I'll play it for you now.
Now let us consider how the coal and air combine in the firebox. The primary air comes through the two dampers, front and rear. The secondary air comes through the fire hole door.
Wow, that's an amazing video.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, it's something that I was really proud to be a part of and help out on that. And I think it really, really captures the beauty of Black Prince there.
it does. It really does. So we're gonna sort of ask you some questions now about sort of the railway. So
Yeah.
for people who already know me in the community, obviously they know I'm a volunteer at the North Norfolk Railway as well. So for you, what made you start volunteering at the North Norfolk Railway?
Right, so I joined the NNR back in 2013, and it was really because myself and my wife now um, wanted to go out for a day out. So we went to Weybourne and had a nice cup of tea at Weybourne. We sat down, and funnily enough, Black Prince rolled into the station, and I was just in awe of this big, massive locomotive.
Mm.
And my wife said, "Well, why don't you volunteer?" And I said, "Volunteer?" I said, "I thought they were all paid." She said, "No," and that was it. I was hooked.
Wow.
I started in the May, and I joined the footplate crew. So I joined as cleaner,
Hmm.
and then after 2 years, I was promoted to pass cleaner, then fireman,
Yep.
and then I spent another 4 years firing, and then I was promoted to pass fireman in March of 2019. So I'm really, really lucky that I can get to drive and fire all the locomotives on the North Norfolk Rail, but especially Black Prince. And that then me joining and volunteering at the railway has meant I've been able to do other volunteer work with them, such as
Yeah.
looking after Black Prince, also doing the rostering, helping out on various different events. So I really do. It's a really family affair at the NNR, and you're made to feel so welcome, and all new people are made
Yeah.
to feel welcome. So it's really good.
Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, I started in the junior club and moved up, So I mean, me and Mark actually know each other. We volunteer together, and it's a really good family. We all get on, we all have a laugh, and it's lovely. It's a really good family to be a part of. If anybody can go out and volunteer at the local heritage railway, I would really recommend it because it's really good fun.
And you get to learn new skills. I mean,
You do, you do.
I would never thought that I would understand how steam locomotives work, because you
Mm,
need to pass your exam. So you do learn new skills, and I've learned stuff in the workshop
yeah.
as well. So you do become a bit of a jack of all trades, really.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. So, um, one question is, how did Friends of Brett Prince actually all start? How did it go about?
So when David Shepherd bought it back to the railway in 2014, um, at this point he decided that he couldn't continue to own it because of the upkeeping costs,
Mm,
and
mm,
also living a long way away. So the chairman at the time, Julian, um, came to a group of us who knew that we got on well with David and also really enjoyed Black Prince, and asked us, if the railway was to buy the engine, would you help us to promote and fundraise for it? So we spent a good year, all of 2015, um, deciding on how we were going to start fundraising, and then the railway bought the locomotive in November 15 off
mm,
David Shepherd, and
mm,
then we launched in 2016 the Friends of Black Prince, and I was really honoured that we got David Shepherd back to the railway for one last time, where he um, was on the locomotive footplate for a day,
wow.
and we gave him his honorary Friends of Black Prince membership, and he was the first one to have the Friends of Black Prince membership, and of
Mm.
course he had the iconic 92203 membership number.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's amazing. Yeah. So, what is basically the aim of the group?
So
Absolutely.
our aim is to fundraise,
Mm,
promote, and to champion. So we are there to try and help offset some of the costs that the railway face every day. So that could be some of the repairs like we've done to the cylinders, some repairs that we've done to the firebox. It doesn't cover all the costs, but it offsets some of them. So we've been really fortunate to help with doing projects to help fund it, which just means that the railway can then put its money in other places where it's needed at the time, because they know that they can rely on us to fundraise. And we do fundraising by various different means. You can join the club. We do driver for a fiver days, where you can come and actually drive Black Prince for £5, which I think is an amazing bargain.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
We do shed tour days, so there's plenty of things that you can do to get involved with that.
Yeah, I must admit I've done the driver for a fiver, and it is great fun. It is really good fun.
Yes.
So how much have you raised so far?
So since 2016, we've raised over £40,000 for the locomotive. Obviously, 2020 was not the best year for fundraising. We didn't really do any. We had our membership, a steady stream of membership money coming in on a monthly basis, but we are looking forward to 2021, getting back out there in the summer, August, September time, back doing driver for a fiver, and I'm hoping that we will aim to hit our £50,000 goal by the middle of 2022.
Oh wow! Fingers crossed. We're keeping the fingers crossed for you.
Yeah.
Hopefully we do. Yeah, hopefully we do.
Yes. Yeah.
So I suppose everybody will now be asking. So how can they join, and how can they be involved?
Right, so you've got various different ways that you can be involved and join the Friends of Black Prince. If you want to get actually physical with the locomotive, I would say the best way to do it is to join the NNR as a volunteer. Join in the steam department, start as a cleaner. You'll then get your hands on not just 92203, but all our locomotives that we've got. If you don't want to get dirty, then we've got our membership package, and we offer 3 different types. You can be a driver membership, which is £20 a month, and that gets you a variety of different sort of membership exclusive deals. Then you can be a fireman membership, which is £5 a month, which gets you other membership opportunities. And then, because we really want to engage with the younger audience as well, we have what we call our apprentice club. So that is for people, kids from 5 to 16-year-olds. They pay £12 for the year, and we invite them down, and we have our apprenticeship day. So they get to have a look around the sheds, they get to go on the footplate of the loco, and we do something really special for them. Is we put a brake van behind the 9F, and we go up and down the line, so they can get as close as physically possible, looking out on the veranda. And I think for £12 a year, it's fantastic. And you do get a briefly bonus of a birthday card on your birthday from Black Prince.
That's fantastic. That's brilliant. I must admit, I've seen the brake van rides, and it looks so much fun.
Yes.
They look like they all enjoy it. So we have actually got another video as well. So it's one that both me and Edmund made. I think it was last year. I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was to sort of keep momentum going through COVID.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and so this is a sort of a video which gives you some more information about Black Prince, and yeah, it's just a great. And also Edmund's a member of Friends of Black Prince as well, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah. Edmund is one of our members. He's also a director on the North Norfolk Railway, a driver like myself, and a signalman. So he gets involved in lots of different projects. So yes, Edmund is a lot better narrator than I am. So you can enjoy his dulcet tones on this video.
So here we go. We'll play the next video.
If you're a regular visitor to the North Norfolk Railway, you've probably come across Black Prince. It's one of the railway's flagship engines and can often be seen at the head of trains on normal service days and at special events. Here's a bit of background to the largest engine in the NNR steam fleet. Some preserved locos have had many different owners in their lifetime, but Black Prince has only had 3. It was built by British Railways in 1959, but had a working life of just over 8.5 years before being bought for preservation by artist David Shepherd. He gave it the name Black Prince and looked after it until 2015, when it was sold to the NNR. British Railways use numbers to rank the power of its engines, with 0 the least powerful and 9 the strongest. It also gave them a letter: P for passenger locos, F for freight, or MT, meaning mixed traffic, if they were just as capable of doing either task. Black Prince is a standard 9F class, built for hauling fast but heavy freight trains. However, the design was such a success they could often be seen on passenger trains as well, particularly the packed summer holiday specials over the Somerset and Dorset route from Bath to Bournemouth. Black Prince and the other 9Fs were part of a brand new batch of engine classes specifically for British Railways. The company inherited a wide variety of designs after the Second World War, some dating back to the Victorian era. Creator Robert Riddles made sure he used the latest advancements in locomotive design, but also took the best ideas from older engines to make them user-friendly for drivers and firemen. The sheer size and modern look of the 9Fs led to them being nicknamed spaceships at a time when many people were gripped by the space race between America and the Soviet Union. However, there isn't a lot of difference between Black Prince and some of the earliest steam engines in terms of how they work. It still burns coal in a firebox, which is used to heat water in a boiler to create steam, which then drives the wheels through pistons and rods. But because of its size, it needs a lot of everything. Black Prince's firebox grate covers an area of nearly 40 square feet, so there's plenty of space for lots of coal. The boiler runs at a pressure of 250 pounds per square inch and supplies 2 cylinders, each 20 inches in diameter. This gives it the power needed to move its heavy trains. That power is transmitted through 10 5-foot diameter driving wheels. Using this many smaller wheels helps it grip the track and distribute its weight over a large area. The 2 even smaller wheels at the front help it go round corners smoothly. Lots of famous steam engines hold records for amazing feats. Mallard is the fastest in the world, while Flying Scotsman was part of the longest non-stop run for a steam locomotive when it was visiting Australia. Black Prince also holds a record, and unsurprisingly, it's to do with its strength. In 1982, it visited a quarry in Somerset for a special open day and started the heaviest train ever pulled by a steam engine in Britain, 2,178 tonnes. Even though Black Prince is quite young for a steam engine, it is still an ageing piece of railway heritage and costs a lot to maintain and run. When it was bought by the NNR, a special group was set up to help care for it. This is the Friends of Black Prince, which raises money through special events and regular donations from people keen to see the engine steaming well into the future. You can find out more by searching for the group on Facebook. There's even a special apprentice club for younger supporters. Hopefully we'll be seeing Black Prince running again before too long. Until then, why not share your favourite photos and memories of her in the comments below.
There we go. So that's the second video. Look at that. So a lot of the footage was taken by myself. It was one thing I do in my spare time. When I'm
very good at it as well.
Thank you. So yeah. So would you just like to remind us how we can join the Friends of Black Prince and the North Norfolk Railway as well, and how we can be involved?
Yeah, no, brilliant. Thank you. So there's two main ways that we like you to get involved at the moment, which is our Facebook page. So
Mhm.
if you go onto Facebook and type Friends of Black Prince, you'll find us there. Or you can email us at friendsofblackprince@gmail.com. And then myself or a member of our team, they'll get in contact with you, and we can help you moving forwards. If you want to join the North Norfolk Railway as a volunteer, then my suggestion would be to email inquiries@nnrailway.co.uk, and the team at the NNR will send you over a volunteer form, and you'll be able to move forward from there. And I hope that I can either see you on the footplate or see you as a member of the Friends of Black Prince very shortly. And I'd just like to thank Jamie and his team for inviting us onto your event, and
That's
I hope
okay.
it's a success for you.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for joining. Yeah, it's great to see. Great to see this. Bright Prince is getting such. Being looked after so well, and it's so nice. Just going to see it. It's an amazing locomotive, and you just stand up and look at it and go, wow, how did they build it? And how you think that this was used every day in, day out. For a good few years. And it's an amazing having a look at the sort of era of steam. It's a
Yes,
great way
yeah,
of going back in the past.
no, it is fantastic. There's very few things that would beat it. So
Yeah,
so
definitely,
no, it's it's
definitely.
it's, it's brilliant. So no, thanks Jamie once again.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So yeah, we've got plenty more on Rail Fan Fest, and hopefully, comment about you if you've seen Black Prince. Don't forget to comment and have a look and sort of, if you've seen Black Prince, sort of mention about it, talk about it, and if you as Mark said, if you want to join the railway or join Black Prince, you're more than welcome to. So there we go. So that is it for the Q&A. So it's bye from me.
And it's bye from me.
Yeah, lovely. See you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.